What's up, guys? Kaijudo here. Got a deck profile for you guys today on my Mono Red Rush. Yeah, now with new Clash cards. Took me forever to find Clash. Nowhere around me was selling it. Yeah, I finally got some, so I'm working on some other decks right now, but this is just the first thing I fixed. I pulled most of the stuff that I wanted to get for this, so I just put this together real quick. So yeah, let's get started. 3 Blaze Belcher. This is Rush. Don't think this needs to be explained. Blaze Belcher is like the ultimate rush card. Turn 1 drop. It already puts pressure on the opponent. And if now that Aqua Strider is out, Aqua Strider can kind of counter Blaze Belcher, kind of like how Refi and other stuff like that could. But usually, like, if you can play around that, you can have something like a Comet Missile. It really depends. If you're going first and you drop a Blaze Belcher, that's much better than going second and dropping one, because then they have less things to respond with. But yeah, going like first turn, when you go first and drop the Blaze Belcher, that's just already amazing play. It's putting a lot of pressure on the opponent already. And then 3 Jet Flame Bodyguard, another level 1 I'm running, only other one I'm running. Yeah, it's really good Evo bait, probably the best Evo bait in the deck. And the Skirmisher, 3000 power, can't hit shields, but it can definitely hit monsters. There's a lot of things that it can run over, which is very helpful. Alright, 2 drops. I've got 3 Weaponsmith. Honestly, I feel like this card is getting worse and worse as the sets go on, so I feel like I want to cut this down to 2 copies instead of 3. But at the moment, I don't think that there's any other Drakon that's really better than it. But yeah, obviously, it's just the bait that really is why it's there. The 3 Bronca. This is, probably the best level 2 in my opinion, just because of Burn Claw. Burn Claw grabbing this is obviously very good. It's 2 for 2000. And the power, honestly, it doesn't matter as much. But yeah, I've never had a scenario where I'm like, okay, Drakon Weaponsmith is tapped and it has 1000, and they're going to run over with a 2000, because not that many decks are really playing 2000. The only time that happens is with Lux, though. Like, if they have a Lux up, I can't really attack with Weaponsmith, which is another reason why I don't like it as much. But yeah. Okay, so now that I'm officially done talking about Weaponsmith, 2 Cliff Cutters. I cut this down to 2 only because I felt like it was the worst of the 2 drops I was playing. I needed to make room for other stuff, and it was just really unreliable because usually I would be using this for the Evo bait, and I wouldn't have this up within Evo until like late game, where the extra 2000 power really wouldn't matter that much. Still a good card though. It's extra 2000 power happens pretty often. It really depends on what time it is when it happens, and a lot of the time it's just at a point where it doesn't matter anymore. I'm running 2 Flame Spinners. It's a new card. I think that it's pretty good. I think it combos really nicely with Jet Thrust Starter. If you go turn 3 Jet Thrust Starter, and then if you don't have the the Gilliflame or the Drakon Warchief on turn 4, you can drop a Flame Spinner and another level 2 or something like that, and you can just hit them with that. It's very good play. And at worst, it's a Drakon, it's a 2 drop, so you can use it for Evo bait, which definitely isn't bad. Next up, I'm running 2 Scaled Impaler. I think that this card's very good because, it makes Jet Flame Bodyguard like way better, because turn 1 Jet Flame Bodyguard, turn 2 Scaled Impaler is sort of amazing. I feel like there are going to be scenarios where like you attack them and you're going to be able to break like 3 shields with this card before they can actually get rid of it, which is very, very good, because there's really nothing that anyone can cast to get rid of this, on turn 2 or even turn 3 really. Bone Blades is always an option turn 4, but if you're playing for something that isn't, if you're playing for something that isn't dragons, which I know may seem a little hard to believe because pretty much most people are playing dragons now, but if you're playing versus stuff that isn't running darkness or splashing the shields or anything like that, then this card is just amazing. Alright, 3 drops. I've got 3 Jet Thrust Starter. It's a fast attacker. Don't really need to explain too much. It's very good in here. Combos with Flame Spinner, like I said before. Very, very nice. Best card in the deck, 3 Laser Arm Dracon. No question in my mind, this is the best card in the deck. Really, this is just what makes the deck kind of playable, I guess. I mean, hitting 2 shields on turn 3, not to mention if you already dropped something else earlier, if you're hitting like 3 shields, or even 4 if you somehow have like a Blaze Belcher still up, and you're just hitting 4 shields, that's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I really, really like this card. The powerful attack can also, it can make a huge difference. I've gotten over stuff like hyper speeds, frog zukas, just lots of random stuff with this. Alright, 2 Burn Claw. I'm only running 2 just because I'm running 2 Scaled Impalers. I don't have too many evolutions. I'm running 7. I think that's fine, really. I'm running 13 Evo Baits for it, or for all of my evolutions. So, yeah. I mean, Burn Claw is a pretty good card. In the end, it'll help you break a lot of shields. It just doesn't break them right away. It doesn't have the immediate pressure like Laser on Dracon does. 4-drop fast attackers. I've got 3 War Chief and 2 Gilliflame. Both of these, they're usually the cards that finish the opponent off. After you've got them in like 1 or 0 shields, you can just drop these and just hit with them constantly. I'm only running 2 Gilliflame right now, which I'm thinking about moving up to 3. I always felt like War Chief was just better in this deck compared to Gilliflame because, keeping pressure on the field can sometimes be important. But, yeah, I mean, Gilliflame is a very good card. So, yeah, if I was to change anything in the deck, I would probably move Gilliflame up to 3. I'm not sure what I would cut for that, though. Next up, for the spells, I've got 3 Comet Missiles. Just because blockers are still a big thing. People are still maxing, like, Scaredorables. Aqua Strider is a thing. There's just still lots of important things that you need to hit with Comet Missile. I would not cut any of this card. At least not yet. Maybe later I would. But not right now. 3 Heat Seekers. This card I'm not really that sure about. I mean, I still feel like it'll have its uses. Still hit Scaredorable. And, yeah, I mean, it can hit other stuff too. There's just some small things it can hit. It can hit the Firebirds, which is still very, very important. And last but not least, I've got 3 Tornado Flames. Yeah, Tornado Flame, I decided to put this in over Rock Bite just because I didn't feel like Rock Bite was really doing anything, and I wanted to try this out. This can hit a few more things, I mean, it can hit, I think like I said before, it can hit stuff like Frog Zuka, it can get Gilliflames, Hyper Speeds, and then of course it can easily hit the lower level, or the lower power monsters too. The other things can hit, like Scaredorable, Lux, Nyx, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. That's 40 cards, and yeah, hope you guys like the deck. Thanks for watching, and peace.